There's mixed reaction tonight in the district to the president's latest comments about taking over D.C.'s government. Mayor Muriel Bowser, who quite often is very careful about how she speaks about the president, gave a measured and somewhat reassuring response. D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live outside of the Wilson building tonight. Yeah, so Daniel, just how realistic is a takeover?
Chris and Susan, D.C. operates a budget of about $20 billion. So realistically, Congress probably doesn't have the patience or the resources to deal with this, currently run by a council and a mayor. But the idea of ending home rule after all this time has some anxious. Aboard Air Force One Wednesday night, President Trump suggested ending 5 decades of D.C. home rule.
I think that we should govern District of Columbia. It's so important, the D.C. situation. I think that we should run it strong, run it with law and order.
That doesn't sit well with a lot of people who live and work here.
I think that's really scary. We're in a very sensitive time right now, and I think comments that are that extreme can really lead to drastic consequences.
In response to Trump's comments, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is punching back.
We are a well-run city. We balance our budgets. We have AAA bond rating.
Bowser says she's strategic in her comments toward Trump, but in this case...
Of course it's frustrating, and we think it's also wrong.
I like the mayor. I get along great with the mayor. But they're not doing the job. Too much crime, too much graffiti, too many tents on the lawns of these magnificent lawns.
Some agree with the president.
I mean, if it helps, yeah. If it cleans up the graffiti and the homelessness. So I think he's taking good steps now. I think taking over is a little bit much, but it's just kind of how he is.
For many, a takeover isn't productive.
Any help that he could provide the city would be much more constructive than taking it over.
Now, of course, Congress still has to approve the laws passed by the D.C. Council, and in rare cases, they do overturn those laws. In the case that we saw recently with the council rewriting D.C.'s crime code. Now, it is to be seen if the president is serious about this or it's just another talking point. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.